Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Omar from BMAi.com, and today is my second Ask Omar video. And you guys asked me a bunch of questions for one of my giveaways, so I still have a list of those questions here. So I figured I'd just go ahead and go through some of those questions and see how many I can answer within about 10 minutes or so. I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time. But there's some pretty good questions here, and I figured one of the first ones I would answer is a question I kind of get tired of getting all the time because it's a long story. But let's go ahead and go into it. We got 10 minutes right, so let's go ahead and kill 10 minutes. This question comes from Elijah, aka Grubmeyer on YouTube. His question is, you've been doing reviews for some time now. However, I haven't been here since the beginning. I missed a lot of your earlier reviews. What prompted the start of Buy Me an iPhone? And let's just go ahead and, like I said, it's a long story. Let's go ahead and go into the name Buy Me an iPhone. The first iPhone was announced, what, 2 years ago? Almost 3 years ago? 2 years ago? I don't know. It's so long ago now. Probably 2 years ago. And first iPhone was announced in December, and it said it was going to be coming out 6 months later. And I've always been a really big fan of Apple, Mac products, and so I've been keeping up with rumors about the iPhone, and I was really amped up about it. But then they announced how much it was going to cost, $500. And so at the time, my wife was pregnant with our second child, and there was no way she was going to let me buy a $500 cell phone, and there was no way I would be able to afford a $500 cell phone. And I remember seeing a video from a guy here at a website called helpmegetaG5.com, and basically he wanted to get a G5 Macintosh computer and a monitor because he was a video editor and he couldn't afford it. So basically he asked for donations, 25-cent donations, and he said if he could get like 20,000 25-cent donations, he could make enough money to buy the computer. And if he could buy the computer, he would blow up his old G4 computer. So I saw that video a long time ago. I thought, this could kind of be fun. Let me see what kind of buzz I can create and what kind of attention I can put together and see, maybe, who knows, maybe some people might actually donate and help me try to get this iPhone, right? So I put up a site with a video basically asking for people's help in giving me donations, and it went pretty well for a while. I made about $40, but then I got a lot of haters on me, people posting negative comments on YouTube and that kind of stuff, and so I kind of felt like people were getting the wrong perception of me, and they weren't being very what's the word? They were taking me too seriously. It was kind of all just a joke and to be fun with. But hey, if I made the money in the process, I would use that towards the iPhone. But I honestly didn't think it would be that successful. So I stopped accepting donations after about $40 or so, and I started doing something else, which was on eBay. So I was selling 3D paper models of the iPhone. I'm a graphic designer, so there was a couple other paper models I had seen online that were 3D that you could put them together, and it was basically an exact replica of what the iPhone would look like before it was launched or anything. And so I put one of those together, and I just started selling them on eBay for like $6 a pop, and I sold a lot of them. I made about $330 off of paper models, and people knew what they were getting. I was telling them it was just like a little novelty on a little paper 3D iPhone. And I was actually putting these things together and mailing them out to people all over the place, other countries, all over the state. Anyways, made a lot of money off of that. Basically, end of story. I made enough money to be able to get the iPhone. I had sold my Palm Trio plus the money I made from the paper iPhones and the few donations I got. So I got the iPhone, the first generation iPhone, okay? So after I got the first generation iPhone, cases and protective stuff like that, accessories, it's always been a big deal to me. I've always been the type of person that goes through a lot of different cases to try to find that perfect case. And when I was looking online for reviews of cases and stuff to get for the iPhone, nothing really satisfied me. I went to sites like iLounge and stuff like that, those other sites, and they usually only post a picture, a nice description of what the thing is, but I never felt like, I really had a good idea of what it was about, or what the case would look like, or the size of it, or, just different things like that. And I've always been a big fan of CNET. I always like watching the video reviews on CNET. So I thought, what? Why don't I put together a website where I do video reviews of iPhone products to help other people in the same position I'm in, trying to find that perfect accessory for their iPhone. So that's where I had originally started the website, Buy Me an iPhone, to have people help me buy me an iPhone. And I figured, let's go ahead and turn this website around, and let's make it a website where I help other people, help them make decisions, educated decisions on what kind of accessories would be perfect for them. And in the process, all the free stuff I would be getting, I would give that back to the people that come to the site. So that's pretty much it. That's how Buy Me an iPhone started. So I started doing video reviews. The first product I ever reviewed was the DLO Jam Jacket. Silicone Jam Jacket. DLO was the first company to send me free product. And at the time, guys, I had like 10 subscribers. I had barely any subscribers. All I did was start sending out emails to all the companies I could, and they started sending me product. I guess at the time, like I said, this was the first generation iPhone, so I guess I was one of a few people. I'm not sure how many people were reviewing iPhone stuff when the first one came out. I know everybody does, there's so many reviewers now, it's overwhelming, but at the time, I don't think there was too many people doing it, so I guess it was kind of a cool niche to have, like video reviews. So quite a few companies sent me stuff, right off the bat before I had any subscribers whatsoever. And I even got Vaha to send me some stuff too. They sent me like $100 case, or I'm not sure how much the case costed me, or costed, how much the case cost, but they sent that to me too. That was like the third thing I ever reviewed. So I just started getting samples, and it's almost 2 years later, and I made partner on YouTube, so I guess I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting a lot more subscribers, and I've reviewed almost 200 different items on BMAi iPhone. I've posted, we've almost made 1,000 posts, or we probably have by now, I don't know, 1,000 posts on the website. So it's been pretty good. We average about 600, getting close to 700 people a day hitting the site, which is nice. I think I'll be more satisfied when we get 1,000 people. But that's basically how it started, guys. I just started emailing people for cases, for accessories, and they started sending them. So I've seen people make comments about how you need to have 1,000 subscribers before you start contacting companies, or you need to have 100 reviews of products and that kind of stuff before anyone takes you seriously. But that's probably usually the case now, because there's so many YouTubers doing reviews. But when I was doing it, I had no fan base. I had maybe 30 people coming to my site at the time, and I just asked companies. I just emailed dozens and tons of companies, emailing them, saying, hey, can I have free samples so I can do video reviews? God knows I couldn't afford to buy all these accessories, so I had to ask for free samples. And that's where I'm at today. So basically today that's what we do. We're still doing the video reviews. That's our specific niche. We have news and stuff on the website, but our biggest thing is the video reviews. So that's how it all got started, guys. And it was almost 2 years ago. The site's anniversary, what is it? It'll be its 2-year anniversary in August. August 17th was the very first post I ever made on the site. So it's been doing pretty good, and hopefully it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And that's it. So let's see how much time we got. 7.5 minutes. Let me answer one more question you guys have been posting up here. Question from Tamster225 says, how do you keep up with all the new apps, cases, gadgets, etc.? Tamster, to be quite honest with you, I just surf the web. There's a couple big sites, iLounge, MacRumors. I'm trying to off the top of my head. There's dozens of sites out there that do reviews of products. The best, one of my favorite sites is iLounge, because they always have the newest stuff right off the bat. So that's basically how I find out about the new products, new cases, new apps and that type of stuff. There's a couple other really good app sites. But to be quite honest, when it comes to apps and such, I don't really do a lot of searching for apps or new apps. They usually email us. To be quite honest, I get constant emails from developers asking us to review their apps. So at this point, I don't really go looking for those apps or trying to find the newest ones, because they're constantly sending us press releases and promo codes to review their stuff on the website. So, I probably get maybe 2 to 3 developers emailing me a day, on a good day. Sometimes I don't get any, but on average, it's about 2 to 3 every single day. So it's kind of overwhelming. We don't always get a chance to do all those reviews of all those apps. But as far as news and that type of stuff, I just surf the web. There's a couple good sites I like to go to a lot, and you can usually find a lot of good news from those sites, and that's kind of what I use to post stuff on the website. And as far as rumors and that type of thing go, so I just surf the web. There's no real special thing about it. I just surf the web. Let's see how much time we got. 9 minutes. I got 1 more minute left. Is there enough time to find one more question and answer? Do I think the new iPhone will have the same shape as the iPhone 3G? This question comes from RockGirl3000. RockGirl, how's it going? Miss Esther. I think it will have the same shape as the iPhone 3G. I've heard a lot of rumors about it having the same shape, and there's actually been a photograph of someone that showed the back shell what the new iPhone's going to look like. So as far as I know, as far as all the rumors say, it's going to be the same exact shape and form factor as the current iPhone right now, the current iPhone 3G. So guys, that's going to be it for today. I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I'm going to let you guys go. I don't want to bore you too much, but I'm going to try to do more of these Ask Omar video segments. And go ahead and post a comment and ask me any questions you want me to answer, whether they're personally, about me, personal questions, iPhone questions, website questions, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay guys? Till next time. See you later.